Welcome to Busy Bee Living. Today we're going to address an issue right now that we're having with our garage door and blistering. You can see right here what we're talking about. The paint's just blistering off the actual door itself. So we took a manual scraper, scraped off as much of the loose stuff, and you can see how much it really expanded and how much was really loose. But to address the paint that was still adhering quite well to the door, we went ahead and we have to use this heat gun to kind of heat it up, and then we can come back with our scraper and then remove that paint. Now the reason that we're removing this paint is because whatever issue is happening where those blisterings that's causing the paint not to be able to adhere to the door, we don't want to have that in the future when we go ahead and paint over top of this. So we want to remove as much of this paint as we can, that way we can prep the surface properly. But this heat gun is essential for that because a lot of this paint hasn't caused a fail yet. So you're going to really need to heat it up just to get it off. I believe I have this dialed around 800 to 850 on that. And if you're interested in this heat gun, I'll leave a link below in the description so you can get one for yourselves. Now around some of the grooves it gets a little bit tighter and more difficult to get it in with that little paint scraper, so you're just going to want to use the edges to kind of help you with it.
As you can see here, this was about an hour of work. There's just a little bit of paint left on it, but all in all, it came out really well. See there. So definitely happy with how it was working. Another thing you might want to do is you might want to put down some plastic, because there's a bit of cleanup. I have a HEPA vac for my woodworking and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, but if you don't have that, this would be a pain with just a broom. So definitely lay down some plastic to catch that. Scoop it up a lot easier.
So now we're going to go ahead and prep this surface and get it ready for painting. Now, I don't have a water spigot over by my garage, so which is kind of weird, I guess, but I use just a bucket of water right here and a scrub brush, and I'm just dampening the surface and getting it ready. Now I can come back with some TSP in a spray bottle, and I'm going to coat that whole surface so we can get a really nice, clean surface for the paint to adhere to. Then after I do that, I come back with that same scrub brush and water, and I will scrub it in and make sure all the dirt is removed. And then afterwards, I'm going to change the water out and continue to rinse that. Once that's completed, we're ready for the paint job. So first, off the camera, I went ahead and primed it. But now I'm coming back with my Graco DSP Sprayer, and I have a review on that. I'll link it up here in the corner if you're interested in looking at that. But we're going to go ahead and just do a quick spray coat. We're going to do 2 coats of paint.
This is one coat so far with that Graco sprayer, so came out really well. They did a really good job matching too. As you can see, no drips or anything like that.
Now here's some screenshots of the finished product 2 years later, and we're not having the issue, including where we left some of the existing paint still. So all in all, the project turned out great. Thanks for watching. Think about subscribing to the channel, and as always, thanks for buzzing by.